The referee is telling the time should be started. So Vladislav gonna start the game with e4. Magnus has newly come and he's very late for the tournament. We see that he is too much in a hurry. The time limit which is remaining is 32 seconds against 3 minutes. Let's see how Magnus deals with it. Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, is playing against Vladislav. Okay, the French defense is their exchange variation. Okay, knight f3 as predicted by Indian. What will be the response? Will he move on towards the d4? That is the same move Indian has suggested. Knight f6. I suggest that bishop should be on g5 in order to pin the knight, because the pawn which is mentioned on d4 already is there and cannot be captured. But the Indian is telling that no, it has to be captured. Let's see what will be the response of Vladislav. What will he do? Now there are several variations that we can play, either to active the knight on c3, playing the bishop on g5, playing the bishop on e3, moving the white bishop into a square d3. So there are many ways that you can play the game. Okay, Vladislav is moving towards the c3. Magnus is castling in order to save the king and play the game a little bit more relaxed. What would Vladislav respond? Magnus is already 30 seconds down. Will he be able to win this game? Vladislav is using the whole advantage of this time in order to respond in the best way and to win the world champion. Let's see what will he do. Indian is telling that it must be move on to d5 in order to push down the bishop. Or he has just captured on d5. It's okay. All standard steps are being done. The knight on d7 is actually active now as predicted by the Indian, and castle is done. Both the kings are safe. Magnus is pushing the h pawn so that the black bishop may not come and pin the knight. Rook is activated. Magnus is too much ready. He has already moved all the best moves according to the Indian to the best squares. And the predictability of the Indian says that white is a little bit disadvantaged as compared to the black. The pawn is free with under attack of the two knights. Magnus has just captured the pawn. Let's see what will be the response of Vladislav. Either will he capture the knight or will he move the bishop in order to attack or make a better position for himself. I think that if he moves the f5 pawn in order to centralize the knight, plus the bishop is also activated over there. Let's see what is his response. Bishop is played. Will he capture the knight on d5? Indian is telling that it must be taken because already there are two attacks made on the same knight and it is very centralized material. Vladislav has done a move by queen to b3. According to me, it's not a good move because queen is not doing any function over there. And we see the predictability of the Indian. Vladislav is taking the pawn, so the knight on d4, d5. Let's see what will he respond. Magnus is already prepared for all of the possible moves that Vladislav is doing against him. It's captured as standard stuff. The queen is captured. And the rook path is also open for Magnus to put it inside the game. Will Vladislav activate the bid? Okay, the bishops are activated. The standard stuff, pushing down the knight. Now that was a good move, because the savior, if Vladislav captures with the rook, the next rook, which is already whose path is open, can capture the pawn on a file. All the standard stuff is done. Bishop is activated. Now the position of black is very, very advantageous. The king is inside the game, the bishops are inside the game, so does the rook, while white, all the positions are grabbed down in 1 point. Now that was a blunder. Magnus couldn't find it because the time is too much short. Okay, everything is just exchanged up. Let's see what will he responds. Everything is fine. Vladislav, will he push down the rook? Okay, the pawn is on h3. Will Magnus capture it? It's captured. Okay, just fine. Okay, now it's the last minute that players are playing the game, and I'm too much shocked that in this much less time how they are doing the all best moves according to the engine predictability. Now the engine is telling that this position is totally drawish. Let's see how will they proceed. Everything is being done. The pawn is on the h file. I really preferred Magnus' position because he is having an open file. The responses are too much quick. It's very, very difficult to do the better elaboration for them. The bishop is moved. The pawn is saved. Let's see what he responds. Either he will attack or not. Magnus is confused either to push down the bishop or the rook. Bishop is moved to c4. King is attacking the rook. The rook is on a8. The king has come back in order to gather so much more time for himself. Now this was the blunder that he has done. Now there isn't any possibility for Vezalov to win the game. There is not any single possibility because all the pawns are under attack. And Vladislav can do it. Let's already move on. Okay, great. Now there isn't a single chance for white to play against Magnus Carlsen, who is the world champion. Let's see what will he move right now. Everything is going on. If he gives a check and captures the rook, then the pawn will be directly a queen. Is there a way to save it? Let's see what will he do. Everything is totally fine. Now Magnus is already a pawn up. It's excellent. Now this is the game ended here. What a game played by Magnus Carlsen.